this one is gonna be for me a bit sadder. I wouldn't say sad. I literally just saw a woman say on TikTok that, like, if any difficult experience or event or whatever that you've been like having is still bringing out emotions in you, like sad emotions, or I think sad emotions are just like strong emotions at all, that like you're essentially not over it still. And she was like, and if it has stopped like bringing out emotions in you, then you have turned it into wisdom. And I think I really, first of all, heard that when I needed to hear it, and number two, like, I just really needed to hear that, because I think I have turned my last relationship into wisdom. Like, I've learned a lot from it. I'm learning a lot from it as well still, but like, I think I really did learn what I needed to from that situation. Unfortunately and fortunately, it's just crazy how quickly the next chapter is coming in my life. Like, I very much am trusting in God and like the universe, and like this is what I've been asking for like a long time. Like, since like I was a teenager, I feel like I've been asking to like experience true unconditional love from another person and for another person. And the fact that I'm like, it's coming in the ways that it is, like, it's really fascinating to me. And it is crazy because I don't feel sad about my last relationship anymore. Like, it is so crazy because like heartbreak and breakups are really not as bad as like you think. Like, they are in the moment. It is really tough. It is like the toughest thing that you have ever experienced. However, when you come out of it, like, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Like, depression definitely is worse. I feel like to lose somebody, I'm sure, like, if they actually died, that's even fucking worse. Well, it is hard that the person that you lost is like still alive and roaming this earth, and like, I don't know. I just like know that it feels like rock bottom at the time, but it is not rock bottom, like, at all. Like, so I think that that's what's interesting coming out of it. Like, both times, like, you know what I think is probably the worst are relationships where like it was a really healthy dynamic, a very healthy, secure relationship, and it just ended. But then at the same time, like, if you're that secure and healthy with yourself, like, it shouldn't be that difficult to lose somebody. I don't know, like, it's so hard to articulate and express, but like, just anybody that like experiences heartbreak and breakup, like, it sucks to hear, but you literally just give it time, and it's like against your will. Like, you will get over it against your will. I think people need to think about it in that way. Like, time will just heal you in like in the sense that you will learn what you needed to learn from it. So much time will pass, not talking to them, not seeing them, like, you will just start to forget, honestly, like, and life will move on, and like, you just, your like body, like, literally, and this is for most people, will allow you to forget and heal and move on. Like, forget the pain and the sadness, not necessarily forget the relationship or the person. And I have experienced that 3 times now in my life, 2 of them which have been very significant breakups, like, and still, like, in the moment felt really rock bottom, but like, with hindsight, looking back, it was not my rock bottom at all. I could have gotten further. Okay, to be fair though, I think especially this second time around, I did a lot to like push myself in the right direction. Like, I was going to the gym very frequently, or beginning to. I was very health conscious about what I was eating and putting on my body, in my body. I started both therapy and physical therapy. I was sort of, I was not dating. I was like going, I guess, on friend dates with people and like keeping myself busy, trying to like make my home more zen and like healing, not just for myself but for my roommate mother as well. And it literally led me to going to the bathhouse and like meeting this new person and like beginning a new connection. Like it's fascinating. I want to be very specific about what words I use, and I want to say that that's fascinating. Like it is quick, of course, because we're in April. It's only been like 3.5 months. So yeah, I don't know, like it's fascinating. And I always want to like talk about how it affects me in my last relationship, but like I just like don't have the words. I don't know why I cannot talk about it. Like I want to process it, and like I just want to be very respectful of what my last partner taught me. I think that they played the most significant role in my journey up until this point, and I never ever want to disregard that or disrespect that or not value that. I would not be who I am today without that person at all. I would not be able to show up in the ways that I am for this new person without the last. Like, and it's really difficult to like process and like just think about. Like, I don't know, like it's not hard to feel or like express it. It's just difficult processing that and thinking about it, because I genuinely just like don't know what to say. Like I'm just moving on. Like I moved on from that, from him, and I think I'm thinking more about like him and what he's possibly going through, and like if he knew where my journey is headed, and like I think I'm worried about him, and like I want to know like how he's doing, and like literally as a friend, not as like a ex trying to get back together, just to be like, I hope he's okay, and like one day he will know about all of this, and I hope that he takes it well and wants to like at some point in his journey have a really honest, raw conversation with me. And I think I just like I really want that to happen, to be honest, where I can like help him in any way. I know people say often that we don't need clarity or closure, like, you know, you come to your own conclusions and like make your own peace with shit. But like if you have somebody that's receptive to like a conversation like that, where you can like grow or at least like hear something that you need to, so that you can think about it, ponder on it, and like decide how to deal with it, I would like to do that for him. I think he deserves that. I think he needs it so that he can stop having maybe the same issue in each of his relationships, because he is literally like one of the greatest people that I know. Like he has been literally one of the best connections I have made in my life, if not the best. He is literally like he definitely is a twin flame of mine, and he's just like, he's just literally he's really the Venus to my Mars, and I never want to forget that. I would defend him and separate, and he and I's love and our relationship to the very fucking end, till my last motherfucking breath. Like, I think this new guy feels more like the Adam to my Eve, whereas the last one felt more like the Venus to my Mars. And I think both of them are really beautiful, especially with the Venus and Mars shit. Like, if I could have figured out my masculine energy and how to show up for him in the ways that he needed me to, we would have been literally so great. It would have been a great relationship for the world. Like, literally, us side by side. Like, it would have been fucking great. Just unfortunately, that's not my strong suit. To give some quick context as to why, it's definitely because of me not having a father growing up to show me and model for me what a good man looks like in a relationship, in a family. However, I did grow up around a pretty strong and secure woman in a relationship. Don't know about in a family. That's me being hard on my mom for sure. But as a woman in a relationship, I definitely learned a lot from her. She still has her demons that she needs to fight and figure out, which I also myself need to fight and figure out, because I was raised by literally all women. So I think that seems easier to like just subconsciously, not like a conscious choice or decision I'm making. It just seems easier. I can tell subconsciously for me that I can figure that out. And it's just, the unfortunate part is that it negatively affected my last partner, in so many ways, like so many fucking ways, that I of course will always regret. I regret the action for sure. I regret the act, maybe not the action. I just like have made peace with it, and I also have accepted that it has gotten me to where I am now, which I think is like, I like where I am. So it's hard to regret it, but I still do regret the action and like a lot of behaviors within the relationship. But yeah, it's really unfortunate. It doesn't necessarily make me sad anymore. It just makes me I guess disappointed or hurt is like the words that are popping up. I don't know that they're resonating, but I just like, I don't like that is the case, you know? Even if we weren't gonna work out, it's just like, I wish we just didn't work out in a healthy, secure way. I hate that we had to hurt each other, especially me with the final blow of it all. It's really unfortunate. I don't like that. On the bright side, though, it could have been so much worse. I personally choose to believe that there are still a lot of things to look back on and enjoy and be grateful for and love about our time together. Our chemistry was so fucking strong. Like, it's just that masculine energy in me, like it, like he like just allowed it to pour out of me like so deeply, so easily. Like, I just wanted to be his man, like, and I just didn't know how. And I think I also felt like I was betraying a huge part of myself, which was my femininity. And like, it's like I wanted that, you know, I wanted somebody to look at me like that and treat me like that. And everything I was doing for him, I wanted him to also do for me. And I thought that that's what he also wanted, a genderless relationship. But he would stay in his feminine a lot. And in the moments where I feel like he knew he had to be in his masculine, like, it was like too late. Like, it always was too late. Like, I already fucked it up as the boyfriend, you know? And that's just it. Like, it just, everything, we just were never like on the right page at the right fucking time. Like, it was just really difficult and unfortunate. Like, cause fuck, it was so nice with him. Like, it was really, I guess it was fun. And like, he would say this saying a lot of I'll crash and burn with you, Demetrius. Like, I'll always want to like crash and burn with you. And it's like, I will always do that as well. I will always want to crash and burn with him as well. I'll always like throw everything out the window, anything I have going on to make it work with him. I feel like I would do that. But I think that's just it. Like, we wouldn't ever reach the end of the aisle with that, you know? We're always gonna crash and burn. Gonna burn bright, but we're gonna burn quick. Even if it's not like metaphorically quick, even if it's not literally quick. We could be together for years, but like, I think at the end of the day, we will always like just not work out, unfortunately. So there's no reason then to try and keep trying and trying and trying. Like, we know how it will end. And again, it's really unfortunate. I think also at the same time, I think he needed this last push to like move more toward his creativity and his artistry and like songwriting and screenwriting. Like, he has stories to tell, you know, especially if he's seeing this as well as one of his greatest love stories. That's something that he can definitely share in the form of a podcast and a screenwrite, a play. He's a huge musical theater person. Like, I just like, I will always have love for him and respect him. And if our paths ever cross, especially when we're with our partners, they better have mad motherfucking respect. Like, they better allow he and I to have a moment of connection and be in the back talking or something. Like, I feel that, I see that happening. Like, they better see what we gave up for them, you know? I think that is so important for both of our partners to understand and respect. Like, he and I could be what they and I will be, you know? Or they and us will be. And I hope that he would feel the same, see it the same. I hope he feels that in his future. We really like had a La La Land kind of relationship. I just hope at the end of it, Like at the end of that movie, like they both kind of like, I think, settled and are as happy, of course, in their relationships and their marriages than were they when they were together. But I think this new person that I met will make me happy, and I want to say does. Let me like slow down. And I know for a fact, like, somebody can make my last partner happy, and he can make somebody happy. I just think that strong feeling of being in love with somebody would be what would always be added to he and I's relationship, that like I was in love with that boy, like, and I'm sure he would say that he was in love with me. So everything we would have done would have just been so powerful. Not that anything we would do moving forward what someone else won't be, it's just a different kind of power, you know, that's equally just as great. It's just time to like move on. And I don't know if we can ever be friends one day, but like we probably cannot, because like I think I will always be in love with him, to be honest. I wouldn't say he's the one that got away, because we're like allowing each other to get away and stay away. He's just the one that didn't work, that I really wanted it to work with. And I miss him deeply, and I will always miss him very, very deeply. I will never talk poorly on him. I would never want to. I would never want him to not even talk poorly on me if he needs to, and share his truth. I definitely love him. I will always love him. I'll always be in love with him. I always wish him the best. I know for a fact his partner will not find it hard to stay committed to him, to show up for him, to make him happy, to notice him, to appreciate him, to do all the little things that matter to him and add up for him. He will have a great, great relationship, partner, and family one day, and career. Like, he will be so successful. Everybody will know his name, just like I'm sure everybody will know mine. And I just know that we can be happy for each other and keep in contact in some way, shape, or form. I don't want to lose him for the rest of my life. I know that for a fact. I wish him the best, though. And I like I said, I love him. I always love him.